Hello students, welcome to Saraswat International Academy. This is sixth video of Standard 9 Mathematics and the chapter number 1 Number System. Okay. So in this video we will discuss about the processes on the real number. So let's start the video. First of all, we will learn about the properties of irrational numbers. So the first property is negative of an irrational number is an irrational number. So what is this property is mentioning that negative of an irrational number is an irrational number. So how you can define it? So let's take one example that root 2 and minus of root 2 are called irrational number. Where root 2 is irrational, so negative of that number will become minus root 2 and the both numbers will become irrational numbers. Now the second property. The second property is sum and difference of a rational number and an irrational number is an irrational number. So whenever you are adding or subtracting any rational or irrational number, so the resultant number is always an irrational number. Let's take an example that 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 are irrational numbers. So what will happen? The third property, sum and the difference of two irrational number is not necessary it an irrational number. So in a previous property, the second number property, we have learned that if we am adding rational and irrational number, so or subtracting the rational and irrational, I will get an irrational number. But whenever I am adding or subtracting two irrational numbers, then it is necessarily not necessary that we will get the irrational number. For that, we are taking the examples of property number 2. So what we know that 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 are irrational numbers. Now, in first step, I am adding this both. So 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3 will become 4. So 4 is a rational number. How it will become 4? Root 3 will be cancelled out. So my resultant answer will be 2 plus 2, which is equals to 4, where 4 is a rational number. In second case, if I am subtracting these two numbers, then 2 plus root 3 minus 2 minus of root 3 will become 2 root 3, where 2 root 3 is a irrational number. Now why 2 root 3 is irrational? Because root 3 is irrational. So multiplication with any scale rational number is also irrational. So that will become my next property. So the next property is product of an rational and irrational number is not always irrational. So this is saying if I am multiplying any rational number with irrational number, so it is not always irrational. Why it is happening? So let's take some examples. First example is 2 is a rational number and root 3 is a irrational number. So I am multiplying both numbers, then 2 into root 3 will become 2 root 3. It is a irrational number. But in the case if I am taking 0 is a rational number and root 3 is a irrational number, then 0 into root 3 will become 0. It is a rational number. So what will happen if you write the property that product of any non-zero rational number with the irrational is always irrational. Again listen the property that product of non-zero rational number with an irrational number is always irrational. but if I'm taking 0, then it will become a rational number. Now the next one, fifth property, product of an non-zero rational number with an irrational number is always irrational. Look at the property which I am telling. The product of non-zero rational number with an irrational number is always irrational. Next, the last one, the sixth one, that product of an irrational with an irrational number is not always irrational. So what are they saying? That if I am multiplying an irrational with another irrational number, so it is not always irrational. It may be rational also. So how it can be happen? Let's say take some examples. The first case, root 3 into root 3. It can be written as root 3 into root 3, which is equals to root 9, which is equals to 3, and square root of 9 is equals to 3, and 3 is a rational number. But if I am multiplying 2 root 3 into 3 root 3, it will become 2 into 3 into root 3 into 2, it will become 6 root 6, which is become an irrational number. So whenever you are trying this, you have to know, if you are multiplying the same irrational numbers, then you will get a rational number. But if you are multiplying any two different irrational numbers, then you will get an irrational number. Now, taking some examples for the algebra of the mathematics for the irrational numbers. Now, the example number 12. Now, check whether 7 root 5, 7 by root 5, root 2 plus 21 and pi minus 2 are irrational number or not. So, you have to check 7 root 5, 7 by root 5, root 2 plus 21 and pi minus 2 are rational or irrational. So, first property, that you have to find a decimal expansion, then you can write the numbers are rational or irrational. Or in other way, just follow the property, then you will get an irrational number. So, I am doing with the decimal property, but you can directly say that root 5 is irrational, so 7 root 5 is also irrational. 7 by root 5 is also irrational. Root 2 is irrational, but 21 is rational. But addition of both will be irrational. Similarly, pi is irrational and 2 is rational, so difference is also irrational. So by default, we can directly say the numbers are, all numbers are irrational numbers, but we have to check via decimal properties. So for that, the solution of this question will be, first of all, decimal expansion of root 5 will become 2.236 up to infinite, non-repetitive, non-terminating decimal expansion. So you have to multiply it by 7. So 7 root 5 will become 14.6252 up to infinite. So decimal expansion are non-terminating recurring, non-recurring. So that's why it is an irrational number. Now for 7 by root 5, I am multiplying by root 5 and divide by root 5 for the numbers. So it will become 7 root 5 by 5. Now dividing the above number with 5, I will get 3.1304 up to infinite. So again you will get non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. So again it is a irrational number. Again about root 2, it is equals to 1.4142 up to infinite. So root 2 minus 20 plus 21 will become 22.4142 up to infinite. So again it is an irrational number. Similarly, pi is 3.1415 up to infinite. So pi minus 2 will become 1.1415 up to infinite. So again it is an irrational numbers. So here we can check that all numbers are have non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. So we can say it is an irrational numbers. So given all numbers are irrational numbers, that will be your answer. That all of these are non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. So that's why you can say that all those are irrational numbers. Now moving towards the next example. Example number 30. Add 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and root 2 minus 3 root 3. Now we have to add these two numbers. So how we can add it? So for the solution, what we have to do, we have to add. So applying the plus sign between these two numbers. So 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus root 2 minus 3 root 3. Now what we have to do, first of all open the bracket first of all. So I will get 2 root 2 plus root 2 and 5 root 3 minus 3 root 3. So what I am doing, I am just separating the terms with the common irrational terms. So we can see here that 2 root 2 and root 2 have common irrational number root 2, and 5 root 3 and 3 root 3 have common irrational number root 3. So thus we are grouping these numbers. So now from the first bracket we can take common root 2, and from second bracket we can take common root 3. So my question will become 2 plus 1 into root 2 plus 5 minus 3 into root 3. So what will be there? 2 plus 1 will become 3 and 5 minus 3 will become 2. So my answer will become 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. So this is my simplification answer. Now next example, example number 14. Now multiply 6 root 5 by 2 root 5. Now we have to multiply these two numbers. So for the solution, what we have to do, we have to multiply it. So I will write 6 root 5 into 2 root 5. Now for the multiplication, first of all uh, make a pair with the irrational and rational numbers. So we know 6 and 2 are rationals and root 5 is irrational. So we are pairing these numbers separately. So I can write it is 6 into 2 into root 5 into root 5. Now again root 5 into root 5 will become 5 and 6 into 2 will become 12. So it will become 12 into 5. So my final answer is equals to 60. That will be my final answer. Now next one, example number 15. Divide 8 root 15 by 3 root 2 root 3. We have to divide these two irrational numbers. So for the solution we have to divide it. So I can write 8 by root 15, 8 into root 15 divided by 2 by root 3. So it can be written as 8 into root 3 into root 5 divided by 2 into root 3. Root 3 root 15 can be written as root 3 into root 5. So now root 3 will be cancelled out. So my final answer will become 4 root 5, and 2 and 8 is also cancelled out. It will become 4, and the only root 5 will be there in a numerator. So my final answer will become 4 root 5. So here one property is happening for the root function. What is the property? That let a is any positive number, real number, because it is greater than 0, and n be a positive integer number 1 2 3 4 like this. So if nth root of a equals to b, and if b to the power n equals to a. Now what is nth root of a? So you have to write it that nth root of a can be written as, suppose we have to write square root, so 2 times of root of a, cube root, so 3 times of root of a. So nth root will become nth time root of number given in a root bracket. So if nth root of a equals to b, then b to the power n equals to a, and where b is again positive number. So you have just remember the property. How we can write it? It is like that. If I am writing square root of 2 equals to x, so x square will become 2. So you can remember this kind of example. Now moving towards the next property for the square root functions. Now some properties for square root function, that let a and b be positive real numbers, then first property, under root of ab can be written as root a into root b. Second property, that under root of a by b can be written as root a divided by root b. Similarly, third property, root a plus root b into root a minus root b can become a minus b. Then a plus root b into a minus root b can be written as a square minus b. Similarly, root a plus b and root a minus b will become a minus b square. The next property, that root a plus root b into root c plus root d can be written as root ac plus root ad plus root bc plus root bd. In this question you can change the sequence of the answer, but here the answer will be the numerically will be the same answer. Next, property number 6, root a plus root b whole square can be written as a plus 2 root ab plus b. And the last property, seventh one, that root a into root a will become a. That will be your final answer. So you have to remember these properties. Now again taking some examples for it. The example number 16. Simplify the following expressions. So first expression is 5 plus root 7, 2 plus root 5. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply the corresponding numbers with corresponding terms. So what I am doing, first of all I am multiplying 5 into 2. So 5 plus root 7 into 2 plus root 5. First of all I am multiplying 5 into 2 plus root 5 plus root 7 into 2 plus root 5. Now multiplying with brackets, I will get 10 plus 5 root 5 plus 2 root 7 plus root 7 into root 5. Now what will be root a into root b? It is root ab. So my and root 5 into root 5 will become 5 root 5. So my simplification answer will become 10 plus 5 root 5 plus 2 root 7 plus root 35. Root 35, how it will come? 7 5s are 35. So we have to write whole number in a square root function. Now the second one, that 5 plus root 5 and 5 minus root 5. So it is become a plus b is a minus b. So it can be written as 5 square minus root 5 whole square. So root 5 and whole square will be cancelled out. So 5 square will become 25 and root 5 can become 5. So 25 minus 5, I will get my final answer is equals to 20. Now the third question. The third question is root 3 plus root 7 whole square. So a plus b whole square can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So it can be written as root 3 whole square plus 2 into root 3 into root 7 plus root 7 whole square. Now root 3 whole square will become 3 and root 7 whole square will become 7 and root 3 into root 7 will become 21. So I will get 3 plus 2 root 21 plus 7. Now 3 plus 7 will become 10. So my final answer will become 10 plus 2 root 21. The fourth one is given like root 11 minus root 7 plus root 11 plus root 7. This is the same kind of example from question number 2 in this given question. So you can, I think you can do it by yourself as your homework. So this question you have to solve by yourself. In next video we will discuss about the rationalization of our irrational numbers, and the further exercise will be studying on next video. Thank you.